My last video I spoke about something called sortition, which is basically taking a pool of people who would make reasonable leaders from anyone in the population and then putting them to a political leadership position for a limited amount of term. The reasoning behind this is to avoid the temptation to allow your position of power to corrupt you. And recently, I believe I mentioned this in one of my earlier videos, there were a group of politicians that became aware of the coming Charlie 19 bug before most other people. By knowing what I mean is they had inside information on how severe this bug can affect the country. They as a result, they sold a massive amounts of stock and profited from those sales. Now, one of those senators, I believe his name is Richard Burr, has stepped down from his position. Now, his position is on the Intelligence Committee. So he's not only a politician, but he's a politician in a specified field within politics that gives him better foresight and knowledge than other politicians. So how do you make money from selling stocks? I'm not a stock expert at all. I mentioned in one of my earlier videos I've been dabbling with stock simulators to try and figure out how to make some extra funds through that. And bullish or increasing value, I understand. Profiting from the lessening of value, or what is called shorting a stock, I find that a little confusing. And as far as I understand it, to short a stock requires you to have a large enough account such that if things don't go the way you would like them to go, you can cover the losses. So shorting is not something that someone with a small account or someone who's not financially secure can do. As far as I know, I may be wrong on that, but regardless, he sold stocks, made lots of money in doing so. And personally, if you're going to make it legal for politicians to have stocks, it's kind of hard to punish them for when they sell or buy or whatever. And it's kind of hard to prove insider knowledge on a trade. And the other politicians that are being investigated, as far as I know, what they've done, or what they claim they've done, is they used a proxy, or they used someone else to handle the stocks for them. So, I don't understand that one myself, because it's like, if I hire someone to commit a crime, does that absolve me of any consequences? I don't know. I mean, if I gave the information to a third party to act on the information I gave them, am I culpable? Whatever. But the point is that I'm trying to make is that sortition, or the random election of leaders, can help alleviate this problem somewhat. Because no leader in a position, if you're in a position of power, if you're a politician, you shouldn't be allowed to make laws that hinder or hurt everyone else, but then for you to follow different laws. Or you can't say, no, the rest of the common folk, they can't get a raise, but for every year you've voted to give yourself and your compatriots a raise. I just find it disingenuous and a bit hypocritical. But I know it's never going to happen, but at the very least, if someone's going to be placed into a position, for example, when I signed up for the two stock brokerage accounts that I'm using, they asked me a series of questions, which some of them I didn't quite understand, but I knew I wasn't in the positions they were asking. They were basically asking what my field of expertise is or was, or I guess they're trying to understand whether or not I can use some sort of inside knowledge to make unfair trades, whatever. And obviously, I'm a nobody, so that wasn't an issue for me. But why is it that a politician can hold stocks? I mean, they have inside knowledge of the goings on in the country, and in many cases they pass laws that can affect how businesses earn or lose money. So I don't know, I just think it's not fair for politicians to hold stocks. It's not fair for politicians to get paid as much as they're getting paid. It's not fair that they get health care better than what the average person can get. It's not fair that they get longer vacations than everyone else gets. So I don't know, it vexes me, so whatever. Anyways, I hope you guys are staying safe out there. I know some of you are itching to get back to work like I am. Unfortunately, the scientists say that even if we opened everything up, people are going to start dying. So as I asked in one of my previous videos, and I really wonder which is more harm to the economy, everyone locking down and hoping this bug passes, or if we all just open up and go about our business like normal. I don't know. I've yet to see, maybe someone asked that question in the news broadcast. If so, please let me know. I tried looking it up and I couldn't find any definitive answers, probably because nobody really knows themselves. So take care, guys.